to Historic Hanover Street in Boston's North End. I got into a restaurant that's actually really hard to get into on a weekend night. It's called Strega by Nick Varano, and it's one of the top restaurants along this historic area of Boston's North End. And today, join me for dinner. On YouTube, this will be unlisted after this video is done because I want to continue keeping the YouTube video feed nice and neat. On Facebook, this will survive. So if you're one of the lucky ones to watch live, then awesome. Join me for a dinner here at Historic Hanover Street. Feel free to ask me any questions whatsoever. I am right now drinking a good Negroni. And I'm absolutely blown away by the ambiance of the entire street and the entire neighborhood of Boston's North End. And I really wanted to kind of sit down and have this experience of eating at a very typical classic Italian-American restaurant. So let me show you where I am. And at first I wasn't going to do this. Thank you. Wonderful. At first I wasn't going to do this because, you know, I've already covered a lot of like Italian-American food in New York. But there was something special, magical about this neighborhood that really struck me while doing my live tour and now walking later at night. So let me show you a little bit around. So I am at Strega by Nick Varano, and let me zoom in. Right here, and I have some bread, 3 little pieces of bread, and I have a gigantic Negroni. And I'll show you the ambiance over here. This is Historic Hanover Street. And in front of another pizzeria that is fairly popular in this neighborhood as well. It's called Rina's, but I'm not dining at Rina's, I'm dining at Strega. And it's named for a liquor, which is interesting. All right, now I'm excited. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Do you want to order two?
Yes, I'll have the linguine alla voglia.
Fra diavolo scampi, do you want? Fra diavolo spicy cherry tomato scampi is with 1 garlic and oil.
Oh, I see. Which one do you recommend?
I will go with Fra diavolo.
Okay, I'll have that.
Where are you from?
I'm from New York.
New York?
Yeah.
New York?
New York City, yeah.
I live in New York.
And
2 years in New York City.
3 years, yeah.
2 years.
It's nice to see the Italian atmosphere still here.
Yeah, over there it's overtaken by the Chinese.
Yeah, you don't see it, yeah. So the waiter's a really old school Italian looking guy, and it's really awesome. He looks like he could be played by Robert De Niro. I'll try to sneak in a little perspective on him. So I'm actually combining classic Italian-American food with Bostonian food, which is the clams. And that's why we're having the linguine, because we are in Boston. So Boston, New England is all about seafood. And this is a classic Italian-American neighborhood, and we're gonna have the combination of both. But before I answer any of your questions, and welcome Laureen, welcome Anthony, stop at Bova's after for a pastry. Bova's open 24/7, which is amazing, and I actually covered it in my last video, and I will stop for a pastry actually after at Bova's. And this place is really packed at night. They actually just took a table and squeezed me in, which was so awesome. And I'm actually right next to a heating lamp. And the chef must be Italian. Yes, the chef is Italian. So before I interact with all of you, a little bit, actually I'm gonna take a bite into this fried calamari. Spicy. And this is not a lazy calamari. Sometimes calamari, you know, tastes that was like breaded for a while and then cooked. No, this seems very fresh. Amazing, wow. Look at that. Great calamari, very soft, very fresh. And the sauce over here is very spicy. And look at that bread. Is the calamari good? It is excellent. And a great Negroni. So as I briefly chatted with the waiter, he asked me where I'm from. I told him New York City. And I told him I love the Italian atmosphere that's still here. And he said, yeah, very different from New York, which is overtaken by Chinese. And that's true. Little Italy in New York is basically Chinatown. And the only restaurants that survive on Mulberry Street is basically just businesses formerly run by Italians, or it might be run by Armenians, or it might be run by sometimes South Americans and other people, and they're not really locals, they're just running it to maintain the tourist operation. And I thought the same thing was going to be with here, because there's a lot of little Italy's and parts in America and in Canada, and they are the same type of deal. They tend to be kind of more kitschy and touristy. But as I was walking around here, I noticed it's not kitschy and touristy. It might be touristy, but it's not kitschy. It's not faux Italian. The people around here, the server, very thick Italian-American accent. And I saw the people here, the older people, very typical Italian-American sitting down for food, which is something you see in Arthur Avenue in the Bronx. But this Little Italy is right in the heart of Boston. And this is really awesome. So I'm really blown away, and that's why I'm stopping here to eat, because I thought this was going to be touristy, but I am surprised it is not. And finding great Italian-American food, usually, at least in New York, you either have to go to Arthur Avenue or you have to go to other restaurants. And oh yes, I remembered. Okay, so feel free to ask me anything. I'll show you one more time around, and then let's chat. Am I in a bar? No, I'm at a restaurant eating calamari and some bread and soon full-on meal. So join me for dinner. Feel free to ask me any questions. Do I sense racism in Boston? No, I do not. Granted, you know who I look like, right? And I don't come off as Hispanic to many people immediately. Sometimes they are like, oh, well, you're from somewhere else. But I have not found any sense of racism or anything here. I've actually seen a lot of integration, so I'll show you a little bit more of the atmosphere as I'm eating, but I've seen right in front of me there's a group of like Chinese with Indians. I've seen African Americans dine in the restaurants here. I've seen a lot of integration. It doesn't seem so kind of separated. What did I order for my entree? I ordered linguine. Linguine à la Volne. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. V-O-L-G-N-E. Volone. 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 And proper Bostonian says, nice night. It is. Hello, Clint. Hello, 4K Wanderer. Hello, CRH. I didn't sense it either. Yeah. Let me know. That's a great question. Boston, to me, seems very friendly. I'm actually really happy to be visiting this city because it feels even friendlier than New York. New York has this sense of kind of rush, of kind of getting to the point. The restaurants also have that kind of sense as well, you know, in, out. But here there's a little bit more, it's a little bit slower. And there seems to be a little bit tighter communities. And also, there seems to be a little bit of, I would say, the sense of, like, come and visit, come and hang out with us. This is the sense I get going to the restaurants and to the food places. I've actually had really positive experiences with it. Yeah, you can take it. I've had very positive experiences here, so really, really recommend it.
We went so far this way.
This calamari is delicious. Let's try the bread. The oil. No breadsticks, no. Only 3 little pieces of bread, but that's okay. It's good to not get super filled up after eating a huge pasta meal. And Happy Chick, welcome. Julio, nice to see you here. Very good, amazing. They even have fried little vegetables in this fried calamari. Let's try this out. This is so good. Really, really good. Okay. So what do you have, a drink? If I go to an Italian place, I gotta get a Negroni. They have house cocktails, which means they have cocktails just made specifically here. That is their own recipes. But I decided not to get any of them because, you know, I'm eating in the old school Italian neighborhood. I want to have some Negroni. To me, that just seems like the perfect combination. And I think I figured out why the Irish culture here is stronger and why the Italian culture here is stronger. And it's evidenced with this neighborhood. Boston is a small city. Only 700,000 people are here in the city. The metropolitan area is big, but there's a bunch of suburbs, so a lot of people hang out in their suburbs, and there's 4.8 million people. Compared to New York, with 8 million residents within the city limits, Manhattan has twice the population as the city of Boston. Manhattan has a population of over 800,000 people. So think about this. We have a densely packed city, very walkable. You can walk around. You can easily get from neighborhood to neighborhood. And it's also a city that hasn't had extreme changes. It hasn't had any rocky, crazy changes in its history. Unlike Philadelphia, which had a massive output of people, or people leaving the city in the mid-1900s. Or New York with its terrible times in the 1970s and the 2000s with the massive influx of people from all around America coming in to neighborhoods like Williamsburg or Bushwick. And then you have cities like Detroit, which if you're in America, you're probably really well aware that it suffers from all that industry that left in the 1900s. Chicago is similar with the industry leaving from the Midwest and going off to China. Boston didn't quite go through that, and a lot of the people who live here are still here. The residents are still hanging out here. They still own their businesses. And the key for that culture to survive in the long term, where the slang survives, where the recipes survive, where the businesses survive, is in the community. And the thing is, in New York, it's a fast-paced city. It's always constantly changing over and over again, reinventing itself, going through ebbs and flows. And it's a beautiful city for that regard. And by all means, New York City has its communities, right? But they change. I grew up in Jackson Heights in the 1990s, and I so love everyone leaving comments. I'll get to all of them, but I'm in the beautiful flow of I think I figured out Boston. You know, when you have that moment where you think you figured out the city.
Where it's going?
Ooh, amazing.
I'll live with you. No.
Yes, definitely.
Alright.
Wonderful.
I don't know. I don't suggest, but would you like some Parmesan cheese?
Yes, that'd be great. Thank you. This is amazing. Oh, this is so good. Hey, how's it going? I am a vlogger. I explore cities, like history, food, and culture.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What do you think of Boston?
I am absolutely loving it.
Yeah?
It's a great city.
Where'd you come from before?
I'm from New York City.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Are you guys? I'm live. Yeah. I do live videos. Are you guys Bostonians?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, you are? Oh, awesome. Beautiful city you guys have here.
Yeah.
Absolutely in love with this neighborhood.
Good.
Yeah. Awesome. Cheers, guys.
What's your at on Instagram?
You can find me at Urbanist Live.
Urbanist Live?
Yeah, on Instagram.
Sounds
All right.
good.
Cheers, guys. So, yeah, exactly what I was mentioning, that this city has a very strong community, and I noticed that just walking around. So I think that's why the Irish slang has survived with wicked and pissa, and the culture with the flags. I haven't seen it too much yet because I gotta go to South Boston maybe, and now I'm very curious to check out South Boston. Awesome, thank you. Yes, very. I gotta check out South Boston. But here in Boston's North End, which is not called Little Italy, is very that sense of Italian culture is still really strong and alive. And I'm from New York. I'm from Jackson Heights, which when I grew up in the early 90s, there was Irish, and they were kind of phasing out. They were already starting to move out to the suburbs. My teachers were Irish Americans, but the students were all Hispanic. So there was a kind of a disconnect. It didn't feel like a super strong community. And my family's Puerto Rican. My family friends, or a lot of them, are Puerto Rican, and they were in different neighborhoods. But even if they were from Spanish Harlem was ebbing and flowing, and it's gone through a lot of hardships. So that Puerto Rican community wasn't super tight. But I get a different sense here, which is interesting. But I'm gonna get to the food. Dustin, hello. I like the openness and the culture of Boston. AJ says 20 million live in New York. In the metropolitan area, yes, 20 million. All right, time for some linguine. And I'm gonna try this first. Ooh, wow. Okay, I'm gonna show you the plate first this way before I bite in. Jacqueline, okay, everyone is asking questions. Red Sox versus the Reds World Series, best ever. Oh, cool. Okay, I know Bostonians love their sports. Look at that. Wow, amazing. Let's try this out. It smells like the sea. Oh wow, so delicious. Okay, I'm so excited to try this. Oh, look at this clam. What I'm gonna do is take out all the clams and eat it as a one whole meal. I think that's how you're supposed to do it. But any Italian Americans, feel free to correct me. Now, if you are watching and you're thinking, wait a minute, I'm saying certain terms that are different from Italy. Remember, Italian culture, may it be in New York or Boston or Chicago, has over 100 years of separation from mainland Italy. And while some Italian American families might still go back to their ancestral land, there's still that separation, and hence the traditions and the terminologies might be slightly different. And I love clams. Enjoy your dinner. Lots of nutrients in it. Yes, I can see that. Lots of nutrients in it. Janice, not a clam fan. Well, in Boston, I think you might need to be a clam fan in order to enjoy Boston cuisine. But though there are other options. There's lobster. Ooh, look at that, steamy. You can have lobster. It's a big calamity. Maine is known for is not far for the best lobster. I love Maine. A lot of the lobster that's served here comes from Maine. And Massachusetts Maine used to be part of Massachusetts. It's separated, I think, in the mid 1800s, around there. It was like the War of 1812, I think they separated. Welcome to Boston, Fred. Thank you so much. And someone said I am really spiffily dressed. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you think I'm spiffily dressed. And welcome to Boston. I didn't know you were Boricua. Yes, I'm Boricua. I am indeed Boricua. I wish, growing up Puerto Rican, I didn't have too much of a strong connection to... I didn't have a community, to be honest. I have many friends, of course, and they're all from all parts of the world, but New York is such a super diverse city, and a city that's always in transience. London is very similar, where the communities never really form and get too thick, so too strong. Oh, I'm so excited. Ooh. Oh, this looks so good. Wow. Oh, this is good. Your shirts have a nice color spot to them. Yeah, they do. They do. Thank you. Wow. Any future plans for Urbans to return to Boston? I think I might return to Boston in the future. I don't think I fully covered it. I still got 2 more days, but as I look at the history, I'm like, I could easily do like 2 more weeks in Boston. No twirling for me, no. So if I were to describe you the food, it's slightly spicy. It's a red sauce, not a white sauce. You do have the option between both. The red sauce is spicier. I'm glad he recommended this because that kick is very nice. And the pasta itself is very kind of fluffy. It's very interesting. It's different from what I'm used to. I said no spaghetti tonight. CRH, you're right. I did say no spaghetti tonight. But coming here, I was actually so blown away by the atmosphere, and I said no spaghetti because I assumed that the restaurants here were going to be tourist traps, to be honest. And it's not. It's not. I felt like this is a real Italian American neighborhood. This is the Italian American neighborhood that I think New York wish it had in Manhattan. It has it in the Bronx with Arthur Avenue, but even Arthur Avenue is filled with a lot of Albanians who are very close knit with the Italian culture, but it's not Italian nonetheless. So this is like legit Italian American. You hear the accent, you see the food, you see the restaurants, you see the atmosphere. So it is legit Italian. Are the prices similar? So this is pretty expensive. This is like $27, $26. And this is $19. So yeah, it's a pretty expensive meal. Now, what wine does it go well with your meal? And I'm gonna do something maybe blasphemous for a lot of Italian Americans. I hear you, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna put this calamari on my pasta. I'm gonna really enjoy some interesting combination. What's the name of the restaurant? The name of the restaurant is Strega. Strega. Don't do it. It's so good. It's so good. I just want to eat this all at once. I'm glad a few people are open-minded. When I do calamari with mayo, okay, that might be pushing the limit, but calamari with this pasta tastes really good. It tastes really good.
No, we did pretty well with lobster. No, we were pretty honest. You were right honest. You were like, he rents out the entire restaurant. Yeah, my uncle, like me and him would be like, we'd be getting the rocks, like grabbing them. We'd look over and my uncle just grabbed up. Nobody could see anything.
Why are they saying don't do it? I guess because a lot of people, you know, with Italian food, there's like certain procedures. It's like Japanese food or Chinese food. Specifically Japanese, I think, is the best culture to compare it. They're so entrenched in food culture that there's stuff that you just don't mix. And yeah, I think it's something that people don't sometimes like, because in Italian culture and Japanese culture, and there's a few other strong food cultures, there's certain taboos. They're so entrenched in that food culture that if you do certain things that mix certain dishes or eat something combination or have a cappuccino after 11 a.m., it's like, oh no, it's the end of the world. Hey, Mark, you give LGBTQ history tours of Beacon Hill. Happy to have you join one. Mark, that's really cool. Do you work for a tour company? Do you work for a tour company, or do you run the tour company, or do you host your tours publicly? Let me know. Italian has primo, secondary, and first secondary. I can literally taste it, says CRH. Oh yes. And Shirag says Italians get mad easily when it comes to food habits. Yeah, and it partly translates to Italian Americans. Not so strongly, but just a little bit. Kind of a little bit lesser level. Mix all you want. We're on vacation. Oh yeah, we're on vacation. And cool, no twirling whatsoever. People are fascinated by no twirling. And AZ says nice meal indeed. What's a Negroni? If anyone can let me know. It's Aperol. Oh wait, Campari. It's Campari, which is a little bit stronger than Aperol. Vermouth and gin. It has no juice, no mixer. It's all liquor. That should be the 3 ingredients. And Sarah, I'm eating all your favorite foods. Oh, I'm glad, Sarah. I'm glad I'm eating all your favorite foods. And try calamari stuffed with mozzarella and prosciutto. Yes, Alec. Oh, interesting. Yeah, they do have that. They do have stuffed mozzarella one. I will pray for you to the gods of pasta and mozzarella tonight that you don't suffer from the sacrilege. B. Griffin, thank you. Okay. Did I miss any comments? Check out Himalayan Kitchen if you get the chance. Oh yeah, Winnie, thank you for the recommendation. Which neighborhood is it? Let me know. And what is the name of the restaurant? Strega, which is also a name for liquor in Italy. And I think the pasta is made fresh. It tastes like that. It doesn't taste like it was hardened and then cooked. It doesn't taste like that. And it's a strong drink. Oh yes, it is. It is. I prefer having my cocktails the liquor kind. I usually don't like the cocktails with mixers, unless if it's like a mojito. But that's because I'm Puerto Rican. I might do a walking tour after I do dinner. Okay, everyone. Not within this video, but would you like to see a night tour of the North End? This same neighborhood, which we explored during the daytime. But the nighttime seems to have a very different atmosphere. So let me know. I could use some walking after I'm done with this meal in a different video, which is going to be horizontal. Let me know. Over. Awesome. Okay, awesome. I'm gonna do it. I don't know exactly what time. I gotta charge my battery after I'm done. So I don't know what time, but it will be within probably around an hour after I'm done with the video. So feel free to ask me any questions whatsoever as I'm eating. Let's chat. Ask me specifically questions about my experience here in Boston. And dessert. I'm not gonna have dessert, I think, in this restaurant. I think I'm already full, but I am very tempted to go back to Bova. Bova was so delicious. Watch my previous video. It was so delicious that place is open 24/7. And I'll put it to the test if it's actually open late at night and try if their pastries do match up late at night. I am red in the face indeed. Indeed I am.
Not in my top 300 heavy rounds.
Am I tipsy from this? No.
So out of everything here, what's your favorite?
I think that tipsy. I think they put a lot of ice in it, and I definitely don't feel tipsy at all. I think it's not super strong. It's not Negroni as strong as the ones I've had in Italy. This time last year, I was actually in Rome, and absolutely loved it. So I was actually surprised by how this is actual shaved Parmesan. It's amazing. ¿Dónde estás comiendo? Oh, Mónica, gracias por preguntando. Estoy comiendo en el barrio italiano de Boston, en un restaurante que se llama Strega. Puedes preguntarme cualquier cosa que tú quieras. I am eating at Strega in Boston's Italian neighborhood. Is your face red or is it a light reflection? I think it's a little bit of both. I get a little bit red when I drink as well. I have what they call the Asian flush. Or I think it might not be because I have Asian blood. I don't have Asian blood at all, I think. But I do have Celtic blood because my family comes from my Spanish ancestry. Many generations back comes from Galicia, which is the northern part of Spain that has a lot of Celtic blood. And if you look at any Galician person, they tend to be very red-faced, especially when they drink. So there's certain areas of the world where people get that flush when they drink, and it's a slight allergic reaction to alcohol. A lot of people don't know that. So it happens to a lot of people. It happens to a lot of people. Alec, it's not super serious. A lot of people, like a huge percentage of humans around the world, lots of Asian people. It's not called Asian flush for no reason. A lot of Asian people and a lot of Irish people. And there's a few other parts in the world where they get that flush when they drink, and it is an allergic reaction, but it's not that bad. It's not that terrible. It's just the redness and a little bit like feeling heated, but that's it. It's a happy glow. Indeed. There's a remedy to turning flush from alcohol. Yes, you can take Pepsid AC, which is what my Asian friends take. I don't know what the Irish do. Let me know, because I know the Irish get red when they drink. I'm generalizing, of course, but I know the Irish get red when they drink. Let me know, what do the Irish do? Is there a remedy in Ireland for redness? I heard it's due to a missing enzyme. Yep, Lorraine, yeah. Hence, it's an allergic reaction. So are you a descendant of the Gallegos? Yes. Gallegos and the islanders of Tenerife in the Canary Islands. That's my main mixture, and of course I have Yoruba blood, which is from the African tribes in West Africa. West Africa. Yeah, West Africa. I'm gonna keep on eating. This is really great food. I highly recommend this restaurant. Teresa says, enjoy your dinner. Thank you. B. Griffin says, interesting stuff. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it. Feel free to ask me anything. Please tell us the name of the restaurant. B. Griffin, if you could do me a favor. I know you're very good at writing things down. I'll show you the name. It's called Strega. So people know. Strega by Nick Varano. Can you eat another round? I don't think I can eat another round. Strega means witch, says Alex. Well, yesterday was a witchy day. I did go to Salem. I'll show you a little bit more of the people passing through. Lots of people out, yeah. We're gonna take a walk after this, but in a different video. A lot of people out. Thank you so much, B. Griffin. I appreciate it. I gotta use the number, not the wide angle, because it's low quality at night. I'm right by a heat lamp. I'll say, well. That's it, we're all fulled up now. Yeah. It is pretty filling. So, if you're in Boston, highly recommend coming to the North End neighborhood at night. And I'm searching to clean my lens. Okay, here it is. I gotta clean my lens. There we go. Okay. So everyone give a big round of hearts to B. Griffin, who's watching from YouTube, and he's been giving a whole lot of extra tidbits and also posting the names and clarifying on what I say so people can read it. So big round of hearts for B. Griffin for doing that. It's always awesome to see the community coming together, and anyone feel free to ask me any questions. I just absolutely love the vibe of this neighborhood. There's a mix of people of all ages. I see people here in families. I see a lot of people who are the 20-somethings and 30-somethings. I see people who are much older. As we're gonna walk around after this video, we're gonna see people as old as 80, 90 years old still eating out. So it's a very kind of hometown, small community atmosphere. To me, I think this is the closest you can get to a European atmosphere in the US. which is very interesting. I did not expect Boston to be that. I thought New York was going to be that. And granted, there are places in New York that are similar to that, but to get that kind of small town European feel, this is the city to do that. Specifically, this is the neighborhood. If you're from Boston and you know any other neighborhood that has that similar vibe, let me know. I'm very curious to maybe visit it at night. Is the North End the only place like this, or is there another place like this? And the name Cuba is of Taino origin. Yes, it is. It is of Taino origin. But it has no relation to the Yoruba in Africa. Are you planning to have your seafood dinner tomorrow night? This is my seafood dinner. I'm having clams and calamari. Yeah. But maybe I'll try another clam chowder one more time before I head back off to New York. Chinatown. Oh, is Chinatown really vibrant? Now I'm very curious. Little Italy, this North End, is very vibrant. Did the Chinese community stay close-knit? Like the Italians and the Irish here? That's a good question. I might need to investigate. No lobster roll. Not right now. Maybe tomorrow. I like reading your comments when I first started watching. I thought you were the moderator, says Laureen. Oh. And so I'll check out Chinatown. Mark, thank you so much for the comment. And if anyone's curious about LGBT tour in Beacon Hill, Mark is a tour guide. Let me know if you are interested in watching an LGBT tour, potentially with a fellow urbanist, Mark. How can you walk all after this? I have to walk after this. I cannot stay sitting after this food. I am addicted to walking, everyone. When I hang out with friends, when I go on dates, when I'm eating out alone, I have to walk. I cannot stay put. It just to me sounds like the worst idea. I'm addicted to walking. Whenever I hang out with a friend or go on a date where someone says, oh yeah, let's go for a walk. I'm like, yes. You guys are awesome. I'm still eating. But you can take these too. Yeah, thank you. He's just refueling. In some way, I would love to walk too. What are these places? Okay, so someone earlier asked what I'm going to do. I'll post a mega list of all the food places I mentioned. You know, I'll do for all of you. Let me know if you're interested. I'll post a Google Maps link to all the food places I recommended in Boston. Let me finish this up.
Coming back to Boston, is this it? Coming back to Boston, or is this
I really now want to come back. Yeah. After being here for a few days, I'm already in love with it.
Yeah. It's cool.
It's a cool place. Do you have any recommendations for other neighborhoods to check out at night?
Where is that?
I've only been so far to the Historic Center, basically.
Just right there?
Yeah, just right there mostly.
So what are you gonna look for? Like, are you looking for food,
Oh no, I'm looking for another vibrant vibe like this.
All right.
Lots of people out.
Seaport is really cool.
Okay.
Seaport, if you want to find a really cute, cool little neighborhood, Seaport's really cool.
Seaport, all right, interesting.
Yeah.
And that's nearby?
We were at Beacon Hill today. Beacon Hill is really a nice cobblestone street.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't go there at night though.
But it's a bit quiet, right?
It's not gonna.
Yeah, it's quiet. It's all shut down.
That's where I'm staying, and it's a bit quiet at night.
You want to go Seaport for a little action.
Seaport's really
okay.
South Boston is pretty cool too.
Where should I go in South Boston? I want to really see the Irish vibes here.
Yeah. You know what?
You still eating?
I'm still eating. Yeah.
Problem with like Southie, it's just changed.
Southeast turning
changed.
into like a
Okay.
post-grad spot now.
Oh, interesting.
It's from like
Gentrifying.
it used to be exactly. It used to
Yeah.
be all Irish down or
When Whitey Bulger.
Whitey
was on
Bulger.
it.
Yeah.
Now it's like from 22 to 28. That's it.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So it's a very young neighborhood.
Yeah.
Any street that is a lot of people are hanging out around in South? Any like streets that there's a lot of businesses in South Boston?
You got Broadway.
I'll say Broadway.
Yeah, you got
Broadway. Okay, cool.
I would, if I was you tonight, I would go to Seaport. Seaport.
Yeah, go to Seaport.
Seaport. Okay, cool. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah. There's kind of like
Yeah, just
breweries.
go,
There's like
just go bar to bar.
yeah,
Oh,
like-
interesting,
like-
okay.
Like rooftop. Lookout.
It's right on the
Lookout.
harbor. Very cool.
Lookout is a rooftop bar on the Envoy Hotel. That's probably like the best view in Boston.
Oh, fascinating. Is it easy to get into?
Yeah.
night?
You know Open Table? Open Table
Table.
is like the app.
Okay.
You make a reservation on that. And you go to the bottom, they bring you up in an elevator. It's probably the best view of Boston.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's good to
That's
know.
the best view of Boston I've seen.
Ooh, wonderful. And are you guys Irish or Italians? Descendants.
We found out we're Irish. Like,
Okay, just all mixed.
I'm from Jersey.
From Jersey, all right. Yeah. Jersey is also all mixed, yeah.
I lived my life my whole life until last year.
We did a DNA test, found out we're actually Irish, but we thought we were Canadian.
Okay.
We realized no, people are from Canada.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm Canadian. I'm Canadian.
It turns out we're not Canadians. You know, people are actually from Canada.
Oh, that's funny.
What'd you get for your entree?
I got the spaghetti with the clams.
Okay.
Yeah. I just wanted to combine Italian with Boston.
Was it good?
Oh man, it's amazing.
Yeah.
We got
Mind
the
blown.
veal chops.
The veal chops. Oh, okay. Was it good?
We didn't get it yet.
Okay. Oh, you guys are still waiting. Oh shit.
We're taking
It's
our time.
slow cooked.
We're in
Yeah.
no rush.
Oh, awesome.
But yeah, Seaport's got like a ton of like cool breweries. If
Yeah.
you're like if there's like breweries like Trillium, Harpoon,
Harpoon,
Cisco, a bunch of them. Right. Harpoon's really like probably one of my favorite beers.
Is it walking distance to get to Seaport?
No.
No.
I mean,
Okay.
really far walk.
Far walk. Okay. And what time do usually the bars close?
It's a Saturday night. I mean, right now.
The bars are all closed.
Oh, close.
You need to eat, you know.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the thing.
Yeah, I think you have to order food.
Yeah, that's just like
Uh-oh.
that's the coronavirus.
All right. I could use more food then.
Try to order popcorn or a hot dog or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you should get
Good
like
tip.
fries. Everywhere.
Trillium, you can get like a pretzel with like a beer, what was that? A beer cheese.
Yeah.
Get that, and then you can drink it if you want. Trillium's good beer.
Oh, interesting. All right. Awesome, guys.
Harpoon's cool.
Look at Cisco. Cisco's cool too.
Cisco. Okay, cool.
What do you think of me, Pat?
I'm drinking a Negroni. Yeah. Anytime I have Italian food, it's got to have a Negroni.
Campari in it?
It has Campari, yeah. Really, really good cocktail. Highly recommend it.
Yep.
Awesome, guys. Cheers.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm not sure if you guys heard, but I want to recap. The family, very awesome family next to me, recommended Seaports at night. And they recommended the rooftop bar that has amazing views of everything. And they also recommended to go to all the breweries and the bars around Seaport. So now I'm wondering, is this going to be a very long Saturday night? Should we do a video also in Seaport? Now I'm very tempted. So if anyone's interested in a very late night video in Seaport, let me know. The bottoms are for the views. Okay, I gotta continue eating. Hebrew Bar is tuning in. Welcome, Hebrew Bar. Welcome. And next time we should follow Ariel on a date. Feels like I'm eavesdropping. I'm just chatting with the people next to me. I do have to charge my battery, yeah.
Yeah, we did the test track. That was the only. I have a video. That was the only ride we went on.
Wendy's saying, yes, please, Seaport. Okay, I think this is what we're gonna do. And if anyone wants to sponsor the Uber ride, you know what we can do is we could do something interesting. What we can do is if anyone wants to sponsor an Uber ride, we could do Hanover Street here in Little Italy for the next video, separate from this one. And within that video, we can Uber all the way to Seaport. If someone wants to sponsor that Uber ride. My secondary phone completely ran out of battery, so I'm going to start charging it now. So I have a little bit of battery. So bear with me. I'm going to chat for about... I might have just one more cocktail because I got to charge this battery. Let me know. This is an interactive conversation. I don't know how much Uber to Seaport costs, but we're gonna see right now. What am I eating? I'm eating linguine with calamari. Oh, well, I added calamari. Linguine with clams. Oh, someone asked me, where are my friends? I think a lot of people didn't get my joke. I said that I was going to meet up with Matt, Mark, and maybe Ben. If you're familiar with Boston and film, that was a joke. I actually don't have friends in Boston. I actually don't think I know anyone in Boston, as far as I know. Yeah, you can take it over. Thank you so much. You're welcome.
You wanna still eating the bread?
You can take away the bread, yeah. So, I actually don't think I have friends in Boston. I wish I did. It would be nice to hang out with a few friends here. But the joke I was making was, can I see the cocktail? Yeah, menu. Thank you.
Hey, did you go to Mike's Pastries yet?
I did. I did a video where I compared all three major pastries here. I went to Modern, Bova, and Mike's. This is gonna be controversial. Mike's I did not like immediately.
Wait, did you get the pumpkin canola?
I got the regular one. I got just the plain one.
Go the other side.
Modern?
The top one for me was Bova. Mind blowing. Yeah. Bova is like one block away, Salem. Yeah. Okay, so let me show you the cocktail menu. We're gonna go for one more cocktail before I potentially do. Kay gave a super chat. I mean, a star. Thank you so much for the stars, Kay. I finished explaining the joke. When I said I was gonna hang out with Mark, Matt, and Ben, I meant Mark Wahlberg, Matt Damon, and Ben Affleck. I think a lot of people didn't get what I was joking around. Obviously, I don't know them. All right. So one more cocktail before we go. And B. Griffin, I'm going to check the price of the Uber right now. So let's see. Let's see what's good, everyone. Let's see. Oh no, that's strawberry. This is a tough decision. Let's go sangria. Excuse me. I'll have the red sangria, please. Okay, so we're gonna have one more cocktail, and then I'll be restarting a new live video, HD, horizontal, and we're gonna walk around this area, and then potentially, hey, looks amazing. Let me actually show it. Wow, that's the lamb chops. Oh my god, you guys went all out. Are you guys celebrating any event?
It's my birthday.
Oh man, happy birthday! What's your name, if I may ask?
Cameron. Wait.
Cameron.
I don't forget my name. My Instagram name?
No. You're
Cam,
normal. Cam. Everyone, give a big happy birthday to Cameron or Cam. Man, happy birthday.
My Instagram name. I don't even know my Instagram name.
I mean, if you want to plug your Instagram, let me know. Yeah.
She followed you already.
Cam.Gingras. Something like that.
Repeat that one more time.
Cam.Gingras.
Cam.
Something like that.
Okay. Oh, cool, man. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
That's so cool. Do I have to go to the bathroom? No, I don't. But if I do, then I'm screwed. Okay, cool. So let me see how much the Uber is, because people have been asking. Let's see. I had 12% battery on my secondary phone. Here be bar, I'm so glad you're tuning in. And sangria sweet, sangria sweet like a fruit, and it goes down fast, yeah. And great shirt as always. Thank you so much. I appreciate the compliment. Do I take Uber or Lyft? I take usually Uber, and I have an epic score of 4.93 on Uber. I worked very hard to get that score. Okay, Seaport. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, it's not even that bad. It is 11:27. Whoa, that is not that bad at all. Uber is much less expensive here in Boston than it is in New York. It's 11:27. B. Griffin says, who the heck would give Ariel less than 5 stars? You know, I actually started getting much higher rating. My rating started going up. The lowest I ever had was, I think I had like a 4.89. Which, when I saw that, I was like, oh my god, that's so low. I was like, I have to get that up. And I decided to read what Uber suggests to get a higher score. And basically say, put your seatbelt, be polite to the driver. I'm always polite to the driver. But the third one was don't slam the door. Now, I usually just close the door, but somehow I'm a pretty strong guy, and it slams sometimes. So I stopped slamming the door, and I stopped I always put my seatbelt on, which I usually always do. But I made a point to put it on in the very beginning and close the door softly when I get out. And once I started doing that, went to 4.9, 4.91, 4.92, all the way to 4.93 right now. So we got 2 super chats. Oh, amazing. Margie says, I enjoy your live so much. Have a drink on me. Thank you so much, Margie. Okay, Margie sponsoring the drink, which we will try one in Seaport, potentially. And Joe says, great tour and stream. Uber on me. Okay, so Margie has sponsored a potential drink or a snack where we'll have somewhere either here or in Seaport. And Joe has sponsored an Uber. Thank you so much, Joe, for sponsoring the Uber. Joe, stay tuned. After this stream, I will be going live back again. Here B Bar says, I got a jet Spanish Harlem video. Yes, let's do a Spanish Harlem video. I'll be so down. Here B Bar. Let me know. And Laureen, oh my God, Laureen. Thank you so much. Laureen has been so kind. I cannot mention this enough. Laureen has been so kind, sponsoring all these, sponsoring a lot of these videos and covering the dinner we had at Union Oyster House. Laureen, thank you so much. I really do appreciate your support. Please let me know, Laureen, since you've been so kind. Everyone give a big round of hearts for Laureen. She watches both on Facebook and YouTube. Give a big round of hearts for Laureen. I'm not gonna say the exact amount, but it's been sizable. So give a big round of hearts for Laureen for being such a kind contributor to this broadcast. Of course, these videos are always for free. Anyone can watch them for free. I put ads on YouTube, but if you want to see it without ads, you can always do so on Facebook or watch live. But I do appreciate the people who contribute. Live video right now is not super profitable industry yet here in the US. So this show depends on contributions. To be honest, I love live streaming so much that I would do it even if I never had any contribution. I'm just so passionate about telling stories in long form and kind of being spontaneous. But I really do appreciate the support. So give big hearts to Laureen, right up here. All right. South Boston is a unique neighborhood. It is. I am curious to maybe visit it tomorrow. And youthful and full of energy and intelligence, says Michael. Oh, thank you. Trey, how old am I? I'm in my early 30s. Very early 30s. Though I won't answer too specific. Could you check the price for the same route on Lyft? Sure. B. Griffin is curious, what is the comparison on Lyft? Sure. Sure thing. I'll stay live here for about 15 more minutes. I don't want to keep the table for too long, but about 15 more minutes as I charge this phone so I can use Uber, and I gotta charge this phone so I can go back live. So for B. Griffin asks, and for anyone who's curious, what is the price comparison with Lyft? You know you're old when most of your friends are younger than you. Hey, Judith says enjoy the rest of your evening. This is great. Oh, thank you, Judith. I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. And you know what? Uh-oh. Okay, so we heard some cursing from someone very pissed. You heard a New Yorker, says Joe says that's Boston free. It does sound like the fights that happened in the film Good Will Hunting, and also the and now the other people are taunting the man who's screaming at them. They're taunting him. They're like going bah, 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 like chicken. And it reminds me of that scene from Good Will Hunting where he kind of says, how about them apples, or something along those lines. And he punches one of like the Harvard people. and legit Boston accent on that angry person. B. Griffin says, good stuff, good stuff. I hear a thick Boston accent on him. Who's the guy in the red t-shirt? Some guy screaming. I don't know. Some angry Bostonian. Poetry. Geez, some people indeed. Enjoy a lovely evening. I am 100% enjoying a lovely evening. This is a wonderful place, and you're gonna see more Boston after I'm done. I know it's gonna be late for people, but people can always tune into the replays. I'm highly entertained, says Bookish Girl. I'm so glad. I mean, this has been a wonderful time. Chatting with random, awesome locals and seeing the fight and drinking awesome cocktails. Someone's not happy, Bunny. Ariel, now that you're in the neighborhood, go to Providence, Rhode Island. A lot of people have been recommending Providence. And check out the Italian cuisine over there. Interesting. Can someone tell me how to Venmo? Donna, you can Venmo me if you want to. You can also PayPal. Right here. But if you need Venmo, it's at Ariel Vieira. So same at the Ariel Vieira. So I'll actually write it down. If you want to Venmo, I do accept Venmo as well. I usually don't put it up because it's US only, but I'll put it up. And I'll check the price on Lyft. Right here. Janice says, good, I'm enjoying your day. Oh, thank you. I'm glad. So that's my Venmo if you're curious. If you do Venmo or PayPal, please let me know. I'm happy to shout you out during the video. And I wanted to say to Laureen, since she's been so kind with her contributions, Laureen, please let me know if you want me to show you anything on this subsequent video. So do let me know, because Lori has been so kind to the contributions. I'm more than happy to feature anything that's within the nearby area. If you're curious about any type of food, or you're curious about any part of the neighborhood, I'm happy to show it to you on either this video or the subsequent one. So Lyft, and then we're gonna restart the video to go full screen. All right. I don't have Lyft on this phone. I wish I did. Yeah, I don't have Lyft on this phone. It'll take too long to download. But you can assume that Lyft will be around the same price. It'll be around the same price, give or take $1. Hey, G sponsored the Uber back to my Airbnb. Thank you so much, G. That is something I won't feature on video, but I do appreciate the sponsorship for the Uber back. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that, G. So yeah, I'm doing vertical. The reason I'm doing vertical is because it's easier to do at a restaurant. It's sometimes if I go to live video is an art. It's not as easy as it seems. It looks like the cool thing about live video, it's a walk. It looks like a walk in the park, and that's the point. And if I'm doing it well, it does literally feel like a walk in the park. But if you hang out at night and you're in this vibrant atmosphere and people are serving you and it's crowded, it's a little bit awkward sometimes putting the huge setup with my camera this way, wearing a mic. It's a bit intimidating late at night. So that's why I do vertical in this particular type of restaurant. I always feel it out. It depends always, but when I do vertical, pro tip for anyone who's a live streamer, I know I have a few people live streaming. Pro tip is vertical mode feels a lot less attention grabbing. People just assume you're kind of doing a FaceTime with a friend or with a significant other or with a family member. That's what people assume usually when you're doing vertical. And that's why I'm not getting as much attention if I were to do sideways with the mic. So that's my pro tip. Oh my god. Thank you, G. Where's the other one? Everyone, my executive producer, you've seen him on my videos before. He has given a nice super chat, $20. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. So that's not faux Ariel. That is Father Ariel. He's my executive producer. At least I assume he is. Unless someone is impersonating me personally. It might be my dad, but if it is my dad, let us know. My executive producer for some of my videos. Maybe it is, but if it's someone impersonating me, hey, that's not cool. Use a different name. If it's someone else. I ask you kindly to not impersonate me if it's someone else. And they just stepped up their game. Either it is impersonating, a very generous impersonator for $50, or it's Ariel Sr. So I appreciate it. Thank you. Either impersonator or my dad. Thank you. I appreciate the super chat. It could be people with the same name. Very few people have the same name as me. Very few people. It's not that common. And watching FB now, did you solve the situation with them? My grandson thought we had to work around YouTube. Hey, Irene, I'm not sure what you were referring to, but yeah, YouTube is working fine. And someone left a stars. Sorry, I don't see sometimes stars because Facebook doesn't just shows me this. I'll show you. That's what Facebook shows me. I mean, that's what the app shows me. Stars doesn't work so well on the app. But thank you, Cecile. I do appreciate it. And Jackie also gave me stars. Thank you so much, Jackie. I appreciate it. All right. I really am excited to walk around, so let me finish up this sangria. Raul also super chatted. Whoa, a lot of people are super chatting. Okay, it's awesome. This is blowing up. Raul, big hearts to you. Thank you. Cheers. Ooh, wow. Jan sent a Venmo. Okay, that's amazing. I appreciate all this support, everyone. This is gonna be a fun subsequent broadcast. Your executive producer, thank you so much, Jan. Send a Venmo, ask for the phone number, but I tried to pay without it. I hope you get it. I think I did. I hope I did. But thank you. Regardless if I did it, I did it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And Janice says someone sent 100 stars, $1 in Facebook, just so everyone knows. Can I ask what is a super chat sticker? Super chat sticker is just a tip. If you're enjoying this video and want to see me cover food or enjoy me covering attractions, it's a tip. It's buying me a cocktail basically, or sponsoring the Uber ride, which we already have a lot of people sponsoring the Uber ride. And that's so great of you to support Ariel generously.
What are you drinking now?
I'm drinking sangria.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's really good, thank you.
By the way, the veal chop out of this world.
Oh, really? Oh, interesting.
Freaking outstanding.
Also worth the wait.
God,
Yeah, awesome. So the veal chop is highly recommended.
Veal chop was excellent.
Veal chop is excellent? Awesome.
Excellent choice.
Any other food recommendations for Boston? Favorite place?
Capo, South Boston.
Capo in South Boston.
Yeah,
All right,
very
cool.
good.
All right, everyone. Capo in South Boston. Happy birthday to Cam once again. Awesome.
With a K. Cam with a K.
Okay.
Might not know my Instagram name, but I know my name.
Oh, interesting. Cam with the K. Oh, awesome. That's wonderful.
Cam with a K.
Oh, cool.
Oh, you have to go to the Outlook. It's a rooftop bar.
Yeah, look out. Look out.
Lookout, okay.
Seaport. It's
The Seaport.
Oh, look out. Sorry.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do right after this video. I'm gonna explore Hanover and then I'm gonna take an Uber to Seaport.
Seaport.
All on live video.
Go to Seaport. Nice.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So-
I see you over there.
Yeah, indeed. All right,
Yeah,
guys.
I know good breweries over there too, like here.
Oh, okay, good to know. Harpoon, you said, right?
Harpoon,
Well, we went to
Trillium,
Trillium's
and
good.
Cisco is like a pop-up.
I think Cisco,
Oh, Cisco.
makes their own wine too.
Oh, interesting. They make their own wine. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's really cool.
How long is that video, guys?
Man, this video has been 1 hour and 13 minutes so far.
Gosh.
Yeah. I go live for a pretty long time. My longest one has been 4 hours and 50 minutes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Do you live in the city?
I live in the city, yeah, New York, yeah.
Whereabouts in New York?
Right outside Queens. So I consider it within the city. It's about 5 minutes outside the border. Long Island, yeah.
I
Yeah.
like it there. It's nice.
It's a beautiful area, yeah. Nice, helpful family, and good to know about the Super Chat Google Cut. Yes. It's a fun night. Yes. Okay. So it is my dad, executive producer, is not impersonator. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. B. Griffin leaves an important message. I'll pick it. Vicarious enjoyment of a night out. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. I really got to charge my phone. What should I do? Okay. What I'm going to do is charge my phone while I'm exploring Hanover Street. So we're not going to have mic, but I think you'll hear me okay. Margie says, thank you, it's your dad. Would have been creepy, says Margie. Yeah, I hope so, Alex. I hope so. Sorry for the suspicion. If it is my dad, it's just that the internet could be an interesting place. Ariel, what was for dinner? I ate a linguine alla volne, alla volne, or vogne. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce the G and E, but it was linguine with clams. I'm almost done, everyone. Ariel Vieira says it is my dad. Okay, cool. Excellent. Let me give you a test. I always say this in public, so it's already public. People already know. But for this other Ariel, if it is truly you, my father, where's our family from? In Puerto Rico. And it's okay to say it on the comment. That I've already told publicly many times. So we're gonna test this other Ariel, whether it's truly family or it is an impersonator. Where is our family from in Puerto Rico? Or at least where was I born in Puerto Rico? And I already said this many times publicly so people know. Or if the impersonator is really skilled, then props to you if you actually know. But I will. From Cuba. Oh wow. So it is, okay. So we finished. That was excellent. Bookish says I'm Puerto Rican. Yes, I am Puerto Rican. That was so good. Brian says enjoy your cocktail drink. So it is indeed my dad. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. There are a lot of clone accounts. Did anyone see Mars with the full moon last night? I heard about it. I didn't see it. And what's the name of your pirate ancestor? The name of my pirate ancestor in Puerto Rico is Roberto Cofresi. Roberto Cofresi. And my family's from Aguadilla. Aguadilla. Known for surfing. Beautiful area as well. Liam says, great channel. Enjoy 33% of the drink on me. Thank you so much, Liam, for sponsoring the sangria. I appreciate it. Okay, this is what's going to happen after the check. I'm ending this video. This one that you're seeing right now, I will be going live again, just so I can put on the gimbal and go widescreen, so you can watch me on the TV or watch the replay. So stay tuned. If you don't know, put on your notifications. On YouTube, it's the bell button. On Facebook, it's a little bit more complicated, but basically click that follow button and you'll see me. There's a very long wait for people here, so let me give a lucky couple a seat, because apparently this place you need to reserve ahead of time, and we're gonna continue walking around in a separate video. And the reason is because I'm going widescreen, so you can watch me on your TV and enjoy a little bit better quality live streaming. So let me ask for the check, and let me drink some water. And luckily I'm charging my phone while I'm live streaming. I'm charging my secondary phone for the Uber, because alright, people already sponsor the Uber, so we're jumping on the Uber regardless. But I'm charging my other phone while going live. Let me grab the check. Thank you, Joe, for tuning in. Check, please. Amazing food.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I'm surprised they had it. Yeah, I think these guys. What about?
Should we get Cam a beer? Let's get Cam a beer. I'll talk to the waiter. Stay tuned. Yeah, he is. Excuse me. Please, can you get Cam, the man who's the young man there, another beer that he had, the same one, and add it to the bill, and I'll pay. Thank you. Oh, you'll charge it?
Yeah, I do
Okay.
charge it.
Thank you.
They get their canoes from us.
All right, I'm so excited to explore this neighborhood. It's really thriving for a Saturday night, and AK is live too. Oh, awesome. That's amazing. I'm so glad that Action Kid is live as well. Adam, no, not for me. Yeah, I'm so glad that AK is live as well. If anyone who's not aware, please explain it on YouTube or on Facebook. I don't want to reveal it. You offer? Oh, okay. The waiter sounds so Bostonian. Yeah, like a Bostonian Italian accent. He has a very thick Italian American accent. Like, he might be first generation or second generation, because he looks a little bit older. I don't want to point the camera to his face, but I would describe him a little bit. He looks around the same age as like Robert De Niro, maybe a little bit younger. Yeah, he almost looks like Robert De Niro. A little bit different, of course, but like Robert De Niro, around the same type of style of look. Judith says that's why you were loved. Oh, amazing. and I love hi all the viewers. I love the Midtown skyscraper video you made, says DV. I'm so glad you enjoyed that video. I am about to hit 100,000 subscribers, followers on YouTube. So. Cam, on behalf of my followers, that beer's on me. Happy birthday, man.
Hey, thank you.
We had so many people tune in giving you happy birthday.
Thank you, Paul.
Have a great night, man.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. Oh yes, definitely do. Yeah, I explore cities all around the world, so you'll learn cool facts about places.
All right.
Yeah.
You got it. Thank you.
Have a happy birthday.
Thank you.
Cool. All right, awesome. I know people like always knowing the prices of things, so I'll show you the receipts so people know what was purchased. Save this.
Hey, how come you got such a big line on me?
What's the recommendation for tip in Boston? Always 20%. In the pandemic time, give 20%. In I would say, yeah, it's the pandemic. Give 20%. Usually it used to be 15 minimum. So it was 83 and I get $15 tip. Alright, let me get set up. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in for this special video. Harry, Ariel just joined the stream. Did you have a great meal? I really, really did. You can ask me more questions in the subsequent video. I might be back live in about 10 to 15 minutes, maybe a little bit less. It depends how much battery I actually have right now. But you'll see me live very, very soon, within 15 minutes. So everyone, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And this was, one more time, I'll point the camera. Strega. And if you're watching on YouTube, this video will be unlisted afterwards because I just want to keep things neat on YouTube. But if you want to watch the replays for these food videos, the ones that are vertical, you can go over to Facebook and always watch the replays. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in, for all the amazing super chats. You will be seeing now the sponsored video by all of you who have been super chatting to go all the way down Hanover Street for a walk and then taking an Uber, all live video, to the Seaport area and going for a walk in the Seaport area, which was recommended to me right now to check out. Everyone, keep being awesome and always keep on exploring. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you very soon, within 15 minutes. Have a good day, everyone.